whilst the weather is good, it's great to get out and about. So let's show you another one of London's great parks, some of which we've covered before in its own separate video. But now let's give you Kensington Gardens. Stick with us, here we go. When people think of parks, they don't necessarily think of this one. And also, with so many royal connections as well, it's hard to understand why. To the west of central London and adjoining Hyde Park, Kensington Gardens hosts not only Kensington Palace, but lots of other great features as well. Easy to get to on the Central line, Lancaster Gate, Queensway and Notting Hill Gate are your stations. We start our tour off right up by Lancaster Gate, and this is the top part, called the Italian Gardens. I've also put a link to our video that we've made exclusively on this up in the top right hand corner. We're just going to give you a flavour of the Italian Gardens. These are absolutely amazing and created in the 1860s by Prince Albert for Queen Victoria. The gardens can be traced back to Osborne House on the Isle of Wight, where the royal family spent its holidays. Here's a very little known secret for you. If you look in the pump house, which is here on the left, you will actually find Prince Albert and Queen Victoria's initials inside. Albert was an extremely keen gardener and was keen to have an Italian garden there. And then he brought the idea back to central London, and this is why we have it here at Kensington Gardens. Keep watching because there's more about Prince Albert before the end of the video. Here we're looking at the lake that separates both Kensington Gardens and Hyde Park. And if you follow the lake round, which is the Serpentine, it almost takes you to Hyde Park Corner. Again, I'm going to link another video in the top right hand corner of our boating on the Serpentine Lake. Across Kensington Gardens there are many different memorials and statues. This is the Speke Monument. This red granite statue, called the Speke Monument, was placed here in 1866. This is dedicated to John Hanning Speke, who was the first European to discover Lake Victoria in Africa and lead expeditions to locate the source of the Nile. In the background you can see a point which probably looks like a church. It's not, it's another statue here in Kensington Gardens, and we'll cover that in a bit more detail later. As you can see from the map earlier, Kensington Gardens is massive. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day and there aren't that many people around. So, a wonderful place to bring your own picnic and come and play. Here we're looking back to the Italian Gardens, but it also shows all the trees and bushes that are around for some great adventures. This is the top of a statue which we'll cover later, but these are some of the 187 bronze gilded statues on this particular memorial. Here we pick up what's called the Round Pond, which is in front of Kensington Palace, which you'll see in just a couple of seconds. I don't know about you, if I had a pond like this in my back garden, I'd be extremely worried. But it is beautiful to look at. Here we're going to look at Kensington Palace, which is currently the official London residence of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, also Prince and Princess Michael of Kent and the Duke and Duchess of Kent, and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. In the late 1600s, King William and Queen Mary asked Christopher Wren, the architect of St Paul's Cathedral and so many other places around London, to turn what was then Nottingham House into a palace. What you can see here is what he designed and became the extension to the smaller Nottingham House. The official residence of much royalty, but this is also the birthplace of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria has been mentioned many times, and so has Prince Albert, and this is the Albert Memorial, built by Queen Victoria on Albert's death. The Albert Memorial is situated on the south side of Kensington Gardens, with the closest tube station being South Kensington Station. The statue, with all its bronze gilded figures, represents Albert, holding a catalogue of the Great Exhibition which was held in Hyde Park in 1851, which he inspired and also helped to organise. Without doubt, with a coffee shop just around the corner from here, this is one of these great places to sit back and just look at the beauty of this monument. We finish off right at the edge of Kensington Gardens with this, the world famous Royal Albert Hall, famous for all its concerts and all its proms that are held there every single year, and hopefully will again soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave you with a playlist of other outside places that you can see across London, so I'll join you in those very shortly.